Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, in the previous lecture we have discussed about phosphorus trichloride as well as phosphorus pentachloride. Related to that, we have also discussed about the preparation as well as properties. And now in this topic we are going to talk about those phosphorus halides. So now let us understand those topics. So starting with the first one, that is the structure of PCl3. So this is basically the structure of PCl3, and in this case basically the phosphorus is sp3 hybridized. That's the reason the geometry, that is what we could obtain, is basically a tetrahedron. So here we can find that there is a lone pair of electron on the phosphorus also, just like that of the nitrogen. That is, suppose if we consider the example of ammonia, in that case also the structure is almost like the same. So this is the structure of PCl3, and the bond angles are also nearby, that is 109 degree 28 minutes, just like that of ammonia. So now let me talk about the uses of PCl3. So talking about the uses of PCl3, we have, that is, PCl3 is used in the preparation of PCl5. That is what we have discussed in our previous lecture. It is also used in the preparation of POCl3, and this all have basically many applications in the formation of herbicides or insecticides, and it is also used as flame retardants. So therefore these are the uses of PCl3. That is what I have discussed here. So talking about the other points, that is, PCl3 is precursor to triphenyl phosphine, which is used for Wittig reaction, and because of Wittig reaction we can prepare numerous alkenes. So therefore these were the two uses of PCl3, and now let us move on to the next one. So now let me talk about the structure of PCl5. So therefore this is the structure of PCl5, and in this case basically the phosphorus is sp3 hybridized. That's the reason that we could get a structure which is nothing but trigonal bipyramidal, while here basically this are the, as we can say over here, that is, these are the equatorial chlorines. That is this 1, 2, 3, three equatorial chlorines that are being attached to this phosphorus that are on the plane. And while talking about, that is, these are the axial Cl, which is above the plane, and one is below the plane. And if we talk about the bond length between the phosphorus and chlorine, which is basically present on the plane, or which is the equatorial, so in this case the bond length is 202 picometer. While talking about the axial length between the phosphorus and the chlorine, here it is 240 picometer. So talking about the bond angles, we'll easily understand that is the bond between Cl, P and this Cl, it will be around 90 degree, and if you talk about the bond angle between this Cl, this phosphorus, and this Cl, it will be around 120 degree. But it is not always the same. In fact, this is basically unstable structure, and the bond angles can be changed also. It can be less also, and it can be more also. So that's the reason that this is what I want to discuss about the structure of PCl5. And now let us come back to the uses of it. So friends, now let me talk about the uses of PCl5, that is phosphorus pentachloride. So it is used as a chlorinating agent. Obviously we understand that PCl5, which is on, that is decomposing, it produces Cl2, that is as a chlorine gas. So that's the reason it is also used as a chlorinating agent, because it has an, that is, 5 chlorine atoms that has been attached to the phosphorus. And talking about the next one, that is, it is used in the synthesis of acetyl chloride. The reaction is what we have observed in the previous lecture, as well as it is also used in the preparation of ethyl chlorides and etc. So that's it. So this were the uses as well as the structure of phosphorus halides, and that's it. So thank you friends for watching this video. I hope I will see you next time. Till then, don't forget to subscribe Ekeeda channel. Thank you so much.